you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Well, it's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo. We got Christian Cat behind the glass. In the City Place studios, as always, for the next 2 hours up until 6 p.m. Welcome on in, folks. Got you till 6. We're going to be live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter/X. YouTube at ESPN South Florida. Twitter and Facebook at ESPN West Palm. Got a lot to talk about today. Youth basketball has an update on Mike and I's championship series that we are currently in the middle of. We'll get into some of the top coaching hires of this cycle, who gained the most versus lost the most in this coaching carousel. We'll do a couple top 10s. We'll have some fun. Should be a grand old time. So, to put some context into it to start, Mike and I coach a 7th and 8th grade youth basketball team. We've been coaching it basically for 3 months. And
October 24th, Colin.
And we had our playoffs start earlier in the week. We got a bye in the quarterfinal. We played last Saturday, won our first quarterfinal game. We played in the semifinal on Monday. And then for some odd reason, we have a best of 3 that started in terms of the championship game that started on Tuesday, went on to Wednesday, and the final game, Game 3, will be on Saturday. How Game 1 went was we lost by 17. Game 2 was a different story.
It was.
Game 2 was fascinating. As intense of an environment, fans, players, parents, everybody was on edge for a multitude of different reasons. Mike and I were, I think, as into it and as animated as ever. Probably the most frustrated we ever were.
100%. And, it's do or die. Colin, my voice is struggling today. So for all my listeners, our listeners out there, Colin and Christian, I apologize if the voice kicks out on me a couple of times today. We were animated. We were animated.
Probably not in a bad way.
No,
but we're definitely the most frustrated we've ever been.
To the point where Coach Colin said something to the kids after the game. Like, hey, listen, Coach Mike and I were very animated during that game. We really wanted that game. We got out to a hot start. That's what it was. Got out to a hot start.
Couple technical threats from the referees.
Yep. I obviously, Christian, it wouldn't be a youth basketball game if Mike Rizzo wasn't threatened for a tech in the game. Now, at least it was the second half. It was the second half because what happened was we were up early in the game, and then we were up like 14 points at halftime, Kyle.
33-20. And then 33. Then it turned to 34-19.
And then Uncle Steve and remind me, I apologize if he's listening. His assistant coach, what's his name?
Coach Kenny
does a great job. And they slap on a press, and it immediately rattles us. And they go on a 13-0 run to start the third quarter, and we're only up 2 points. And it turns into a back-and-forth affair. Colin and I were coaching the press on the fly, telling our big men to get in the middle, telling someone to keep trailing. We're trying to put together a press breaker on the go, and we got pretty animated over it. And they were our biggest complaint to the referees last night. We would get the rebound, and they would immediately start reaching.
Immediately.
And they were calling it. They were not calling it.
Pretty laughable.
And Colin got animated. And obviously, folks, I was saying, it's my job to yell at the referees. Colin's focusing on the game and adjustments. It is my job to get on the referee's case. And I finally got my warning in the third quarter. I got told to sit down and to calm down. And if I stand up again, I'm getting teed up. That's the second game in a row where that happened.
Yeah. A very good championship game. It was a game where we, again, did not have our best player out with injury or one of our best players. And going into the game, we came out with a hot start. It was 18 points in the first quarter. They were running the ball well, hit a couple threes. We had a kid on our team, shout out Lucas, who had 20 points in the first half.
Yep. 30
points overall in the game where you only scored 50.
And he hit, I'll tell you what, he hit key shots at the end of that game.
Sure
driving to the basket, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. He was the reason we won the game. He was the reason.
Outstanding. Really is good. And he hit the game winner in the semifinal as well. So he's having a big time postseason. But it was a game where it was, about an 8-point game at the end of the first quarter and a 15-point game at halftime. 15-point game out at half. Like Mike said, they drew up a press break, and it was a zone press where even sometimes they had 4 guys in the front court. And it was interesting because our guy with the best arm and was the best probably at passing it down the court, we had taking it out. And there was a couple opportunities where there was looks to do so, a couple bad lackluster turnovers. They sped, like at point of any press, they sped the team up. And the teams get sped up. You start dribbling it off your foot a little bit, a couple bad turnovers, and then all of a sudden you turn up and you look, and it's a 6-8 point game.
And I'm not overreacting when I say this. We must have had 20 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah,
I think we had 20 turnovers. We started off the quarter with 5 in a row.
Yeah.
To the point where you looked at me and said,
Four
Mike,
straight steals and then a team turnover.
You looked at me and said, Mike, 5 in a row. I said, Coach, we might need a timeout. Now, a bit of coaching malpractice by our part. I never knew. I thought all year long, and I take I take all the criticism that goes with it, and the repercussions. I thought our timeouts reset at halftime. They don't.
Well, I don't even remember calling.
They don't. We called 1 in the first half, then we called 2 in the third. We did call 2 in the third.
Because we called one like the second.
And I actually had to apologize to President of the League, Benji, because I thought the timeouts reset in the second half. They don't. You get 3 all game.
Yeah, we were out early.
I'm happy I know that because, spoiler alert, we won the game, and I'm going to be coaching by myself coming up on Saturday. So, I'm not going to be pulling a Chris Webber on the sideline. But riveting stuff, Kyle. Riveting stuff.
Yeah, and it was a game where it was a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter. They didn't lead basically for the entire game. We got out to a 5-0 lead, led the entire way. They took a lead with about a minute and 10 to go, 51-50. And then we were able to score and hold the lead for 2 possessions.
Now, we made it interesting, though. We had the ball with about 12 seconds to go. We missed both free throws. Mm-hmm. And then they get the ball back, do nothing with it. We get the ball back and immediately turn it over. And they had last shot with about 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, a little over, about 14 seconds to go.
Uncle Steve, president of Good Karma Brands and vice president of the Youth Basketball Association, he called the timeout with 10 seconds to go. And I give credit to our defense. They held the door. Hodor, if my Game of Thrones fans out there, they held the door. They candy barred that door
game plan
got the win.
Give them anything on the perimeter, nothing in the middle, nothing down low. You give them everything they want on the perimeter. If they want to take an open 3 and hit it, be my guest. They hadn't done it all game. We're going to allow that. And escape through the win, 52-51. Very dramatic game. Very, very dramatic game. And then after 3 games in a row, 4 games in 5 days, there is now a 2 to 3 day hiatus until Saturday's game in which Mike will be coaching. And that will be game 3, tied 1-1 apiece against the same exact team. And that was, the first time we played Uncle Steve's team, we won by about 2 points. It was a very competitive, close game in that regard, like 39-38, something like that, 39-37. And then this one was 52-51. So we're 2-1 against him on the season. And now it's about regroup time and figure out a way to win game 3. Awesome game.
I'm drawing up how to break that press.
Yeah, the way I look at it.
I've gone, Colin, to the lab, and I'm gonna show the kids on Saturday how I want them to play.
Here's the thing, the number one thing about if you're pressing a team in basketball is you make the point guards dribble, and the second the guys who are the ball handlers bringing up the court, the second they start dribbling, you got them. Yeah. The idea is you want to pass through it, not dribble through it, and then it took a little bit. It took probably half a quarter, a little over, for that to sort of get over it. I got a little better at it in the fourth quarter, getting the ball back to the inbound in the middle of the floor. But, that press gave us fits.
We were not strong with the ball. That was one thing.
No doubt.
I was disappointed. We were not strong with the ball, and we really folded under pressure. But I give our guys a lot of credit on pulling a win out like that. I do. You blow a big lead. You blow a big lead like that, more often than not, you're going to lose that ball game. But they dug deep, and they found a way to get a win. And Colin, like you said, we were I was going crazy, to be honest. I was being driven crazy.
I was not pleased with and I like the officials. I liked the guys that we had.
Yeah,
good guys. We've had them throughout the year. Crew. And I was not pleased because, like Mike said, every time the other team we got a defensive rebound, the other team would go and reach immediately. And then you got to call that eventually.
They didn't call it. They called it one time. It was how about this? They called it one time, and it was at the end of the game when Uncle Steve needed to, when they needed to foul.
Yeah. I agree with that. So, good game, fun game. 2-1 on the season. A lot of dramatics that we don't need to get into. But, boy, oh boy, was that's a night I'll never forget. I'll say that one.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Benji. And we had a lot of problems in the beginning of the year because they took one of our better players away from us. And then all of a sudden they brought it back. And then now we're figuring out what to do.
Well, remember, he held out, and I told him.
We had two major injuries and the wrist breaks. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and then he held out, and then he came back to the team.
I knew.
A lot of dramatics, a lot of politics in this league. Let's just put it that way. A lot of politics.
Yeah.
A lot of politics.
Yeah, there was.
A lot of politics throughout the year. Having a good time.
Last night was a little rough with the politics, but it's okay.
A lot of politics.
It's okay.
A lot of politics.
We'll leave it at that.
A lot of politics. And I thought about, getting into it, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, we'll let him off the hook.
Let him off the hook?
Let him off the hook.
If we lost, we'd have some things to say. If we lost in 2 in a row, that'd be something.
Maybe. But I have a situation. Let's just say I have a situation on my hands on Saturday.
You sure do.
And I'm a little nervous for it.
Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble.
I'm a little nervous. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Got to win the game. That's what's got to happen.
That's what I got to do. But
that's what you got to do. Yeah. Youth basketball, boy.
Who knew?
For those of you who come out and talk about youth sports, boy, it's a headache, and it can be a headache. Let's just say you're not wrong.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Heavy is the one that wears the crown. We didn't win anything, but we're one of the best teams, and man, have we dealt with a lot of things this year.
And now this is a whole thing.
Yeah, like last year, remember, everyone loved us because our team was so terrible.
And it was a pity party.
Yeah, it was. It was fun. And this year, man.
Now we got a great team. And now everything you do is criticized. Boy, do I have a little sympathy for all these coaches that have tough decisions in the middle of games. Tom Thibodeau, boy, do I have a little sympathy for him.
Right.
I have a little sympathy for him.
Colin, high leverage situations.
High leverage situations.
And decisions on who to play and why is he playing.
Oh, my gosh. Little sympathy
we had people, no names, please. I had people coming up to me on the bench. You only have to sit him for 5 seconds,
guys,
right?
Calm down.
You don't have to sit him for that long. This is a rec basketball league. We want to play everybody. Jeez.
Politics.
Wow.
Politics.
Wow.
Politics.
I don't even mind saying this. Colin and I were taking our good players out to the point where no names, please people were coming up to the assistant coach on the sideline and going, you don't have to sit him for that long, right? We know. We've been doing this league all year long.
We've won every game to this point, subbing the way we have. Now, we subbed a little bit differently. What we usually do is we usually have 3 on the bench. And with 3 on the bench, you sub in 3, you have 2 stay, you sub in 3, you have the previous 2 come out with an additional. That's usually the way we do it, and you mix up the lineups that way, and you can keep everybody's playing time even. Yesterday, it was a situation in which you had to adjust, go 1 in, 1 out a couple times here and there, defensive, offensive. So it's definitely as different as we've ever subbed, but I think that's just how you got to do it in these spots.
Yeah.
I think everybody played, so it's not an issue there. Everybody played a considerable amount, so not a major issue there, but, geez, it's politics.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't end.
They want to win, Kyle. They want to win.
It's like people want to win more than I do.
We coach the damn team.
Truly. And I love all the kids are great. All the kids are amazing guys.
And every single one of them. And that's
but boy, is it a headache.
And that's what I plan telling the parents, Colin, in the exit goodbye, win, lose, or draw.
What, the banquet?
Not the banquet, but after we break down our huddle, you guys have great kids and you all should be proud. Because, every single one of us, not one bad kid on our team. Usually a couple of years, it's like, all right, you were just dealing with this kid till the end of the year. It's none of that. We love all these kids.
Great kids. Yeah, I had a great time with that. But, geez, we're in a situation.
Can't really go into it.
Can't really
go into it. But,
politics.
Yeah.
Politics. I am down on youth basketball right now. I'll say that. I'm down.
Colin was inconsolable after the game last night. Let's just say Kyle might have been happy he doesn't have to coach on this coming Saturday.
It's politics. That's all I'll say. Politics.
I'm trying to think of a coach that it's more so football related, world football related, but like a coach that just steps down and he's just happy with the decision. That's
I'm not in town.
That's where you're at right now.
That was my stepping off point. I let the boat leave. I let the cruise ship leave on its voyage.
Christian,
I stayed on shore.
This is a big spot for interim head coach Mike Rizzo.
Yeah, Mike's got a lot of problems here.
It's a big spot.
Mike's gonna have a big Saturday.
You understand what situation I'm talking about. We can't really get into it. Not only is it a big spot for the championship game, but also the distractions that have been surrounding this team in this championship
There are distractions.
series.
You're Sharon Moore.
No.
I don't know if that's the example I told.
What? How am I Sharon Moore?
Harbaugh left. Sharon Moore coached against Ohio State. You gonna cry in the post-game presser?
I just, Sharon Moore is facing 25 to life, so I would like to not be kind of, but you are right. It is that situation.
Thank you.
But Christian,
I feel like we need to address the media. I feel like we need a press conference.
Seriously, to explain our decisions on some of the things that went into last night. You know what? We didn't play we didn't play our player that had a concussion. That's it. It's that simple. It's the most I could give. And Colin and I don't regret it. And that's the best I could give you. We don't regret it. We don't regret it. And I think, and I told you, we've said this before, us winning last night, hanging on to that lead, that's all the karma that I need to know that we made the right decision.
That's it. That's all you need. I completely agree.
All the karma we need to know that we made the right decision.
Same thing with the first game, too. We've won on a game winner, and we've won on a 52-51 classic.
But you got to realize, Christian, I will be without my confidant on Saturday, and they're going to try to strong-arm me. They're going to try. It's already begun.
Politics.
It has already begun. Okay.
Politics. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo. We'll do a little top 10 action. We'll do some of the NFL coaches who have gained the most, or the NFL teams who have gained the most from their head coaching hires, who have gained the least. I got one guess, maybe in Cleveland. Nonetheless, Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat, Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
The 4 p.m. hour on ESPN 106.3 is served by the Delray Beach Open. 140 miles per hour aces, parties, and all the good vibes. Get your tickets today at DelrayBeachOpen.com.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Time now for the Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Every Player of the Week is eligible to win a scholarship at the end of the year. This year, a $20,000 scholarship will be awarded to an athlete, with $5,000 going to the winner's high school athletic department. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Here's Cade Chumslin.
Our Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week is Vero Beach basketball star Brandon James. Brandon is scoring 14 points and 4 rebounds a game, helping the Indians to a 17-3 record. Here he is reflecting on his successful senior season.
Once again, this is just all the hard work that I put in, and it's paying off. So every day we're just back in the lab, 1% better each and every day. Never going to get too comfortable, never going to get too lax. So I'm always just looking to be better the next game than I was.
Congratulations, Brandon, on being selected this week's Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Jar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Been to car accident, truck accident, suffered a slip and fall. My friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine at Anajar and Levine Accent Attorneys. They're here to fight for you. I know with Anajar and Levine, they got my back. They can get yours too. They don't even charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Don't settle for just any attorney. Demand the best. Go demand Anajar and Levine, because that's the difference. Take that one phone call. Take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call the free consultation today. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Take back control with Anajar and Levine. 888-760-3776. Number to get into the program on Russo and Rizzo. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. All right, Mike, couple things here. Let's do our top 10 of the week. Because in the spirit of Boston back in a major sports contending championship in any sport, I think it's fitting that we have to figure out our top 10 sports cities. Let's get to it. Presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Who's moving up?
Eagles still best team in the NFL. You know that they're not distracted.
Who's moving down?
I'm down on the Packers. This is going to be a major problem. We'll see.
It's time for the Russo and Rizzo NFL Power Rankings. Presented by
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Folks, you know Good Greek. Good Greek are those movers that you can rely on. And if you're moving, I don't want you to stress it because you're going to call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage, local and long-distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage got you covered from start to finish. Trusted by families, businesses, sports teams like the Heat, and sports entities, sports leagues like the UFC. That is right. Good Greek Moving and Storage, the official movers of the UFC. Make your next move simple, safe, and stress-free with the world's only total relocation company. That is Good Greek Moving and Storage. Hit up my guy Spiro at Good Greek Moving and Storage. Go to GreekMoving.com. I'm actually excited for this. I'm excited for the cities. There are a ton, I think, Colin, of sports cities that belong.
I think we do have to go 1 through 10. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you got to work your way down because number one, you could go a lot of ways. I think New York comes to mind. I think Boston comes to mind.
So let's set our criteria before we make this list.
I think Chicago.
What is our criteria?
If
fans, team success.
I think for me,
history.
I think it's fandom. But you got to understand the teams that are going to be at the top are going to be successful, successful cities. Like New York. I know they're cursed in football as of late. They're going to be high up there because of how great the Yankees were. Boston with all the Celtics championships, the Patriot championships, the early 2000s and mid-2000s Boston Red Sox championships. I think that's what needs to be taken into account. But fan more so than anything. Because, Colin, Chicago is a great sports city. They definitely belong towards the upper echelon. But if I had to go with number one, it's going to kill me to say it.
Well, so the criteria is the fan?
I think it's the fan.
So your favorite fan? I think team success has to go into this as well. You don't need all four. Let's eliminate that. You don't need the big four sports leagues.
I want to look out for the smaller market cities.
I agree with that.
That have great fans and don't have Detroit. I think is a top 10 fandom. I think Cleveland, even take my bias out of it. Colin,
Cleveland's absolutely a top 10.
Live and breathe it, brother. All right? So if we're talking about team success, those cities are probably going to be left out. I think a mixture of both, right? I think a healthy dose of the median.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Am I wrong on that?
It's got to be a little bit of team success. It's got to be a little bit of fan support. It's got to be a little bit of stability. It's got to be a little bit of history and historics.
Right.
It's got to be a little bit of that, everything.
I think L.A. is probably going to be
Well,
towards
here's
the top. Dodgers and Lakers.
But they're like, it's a Dodger town. It's a Laker town. It's not a great football town. I don't think anybody's denying that.
Right.
So the Kings are there, but it's definitely a
But
Dodger town.
the way that I personally have seen them get behind the Lakers, with my Uncle Jamie being a season ticket holder, with the Dodgers, Colin, going to Dodger Stadium. I mean, they live and breathe those two. And I think those two alone probably should get them on this top 10 list.
All right. Number one, I don't think you could go anywhere in terms of everything.
Number 1.
It's got to be Boston.
Sadly. And
The
that's
best sports city
And
in
that's
America.
where I was going before we,
Team success over everything.
before you wanted to set the criteria. It has to be Boston. I mean, if it's not Boston, and listen, are their fans a bit obnoxious? Have they been in the headlines before for wrong reasons, a la Baltimore Oriole outfielders? I'll just leave it at that. Absolutely. But I agree with Colin. You cannot, I don't think you could not put them at number 1. So let's put the let's put the city of Boston number 1 for top sports towns. Number 2.
Number 2.
I think it's New York.
I don't.
Where do you want to go here?
New York's got multiple teams in multiple different sports.
All right.
That's the
All
one
right,
thing I
then can
don't
I-
like. I understand. Big sports city. It's a transplant city. A lot of
Philly?
people move in there. I think Philly could be in consideration here. There's a couple different options. I don't hate the idea of going Philly. I don't hate the idea of going Chicago. I don't even hate the idea of going small market and going somewhere like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I give you. And listen, you want to know what's great about? And listen, this is the only time you'll hear me saying this. What's great about Pittsburgh? All 3 of their teams are the same color. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Black and gold. Penguins.
The proud
Buccos,
fan base, historics all over the place with the Pirates. Pirates are an all-time great franchise, not recently, but an all-time great franchise in the history of Major League Baseball. I don't think number 2, but I think they should be top 5.
Yeah. Colin, I think you got to look at New York, you got to look at LA, and I think you got to look at Philly or Chicago. That would those out of those
Dallas?
4 teams. Dallas, the Cowboys.
And it's a Cowboys town. It's an underrated Stars town too.
It
Keep
is.
that in mind.
It is.
They're
It is.
good with the Stars and they're good
And
with
listen,
the Mavericks. The Rangers are in Arlington, so it's a little weird, but I don't hate it. And I don't hate it because they also got single sports teams.
Why am I so hung up on New York? Is it because of Christian, you're a Yankee. Christian, if I can loop you in, you're a blue-blooded Yankee fan, brother. Does New York not belong number 2 here? Am I dead wrong here?
The
Knicks,
division
They don't fit
makes
the
it
criteria.
typical.
They don't fit the
The
criteria.
division
of
makes it
success.
typical because you can't go up to a New Yorker and know that you can complain about the Yankees because you don't know if they're a Yankee fan, a Mets fan.
It's
But
also
in
a
my
good point. You
opinion,
can go to anybody in Pittsburgh, anybody in
hang on.
Cleveland, they're going to have the take on the same thing.
You're right, but Christian, I think
Boston's the same way, too.
I think that take plays more into why they should be up there because there's so many teams. There's so many teams, and there are so many teams. Everyone, there are passionate fans about the Jets and the Giants equally. There are passionate fans, more so probably Yankees, but there are a lot of passionate fans for the Mets as well.
I like the criteria Christian listed. For that reason, on top of other things, especially in terms of success, I think you'd put Philly here.
All right.
And I know we
Number
hate.
two.
I don't mind
You know
it.
why?
I don't
Because we
mind
hate
it.
both fan bases.
Correct. Philly's the worst
And
fan.
that's why you know.
Philly's worse than
They
New
got
York.
bad
Not
fan.
even
They got
kidding.
annoying, obnoxious fan bases because they succeed and because they're passionate.
Philly's
Bad
worse than New
fans,
York.
great city.
Great sports city.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Great
Bad
sports city.
fans, great sports city.
That's
Yeah.
really it. A lot of it goes
And
into
I
that.
told you guys,
People hate the New York fan. New York's a good sports city.
I don't hate the Eagles.
Well, I can't stand the Cleveland fan because of Mike, and that's because
Why?
Cleveland's a good sports
What
city.
do I do?
All right, here we go. All right.
Hang on, you don't like Ohio State fans.
I don't like Ohio State fans.
Don't put Cleveland fans in there. The hell? What do we have to be excited for? The Guards losing in the playoffs?
Your dismissal of the Pacers was kind of.
I didn't like that either. You never respected the Pacers.
My dismissal from the Pacers. How are they doing this year? How's that team this year?
Well, it tells you how good Tyrese Halliburton
Yeah,
is.
seriously.
Oh, okay. All right.
Feels
You'll
pretty-
never,
I
Does
thought
he
it was-
stink now? Does he stink?
Listen, do you want to know what I'm dead right on that you guys refuse to listen to? You'll never see that team again. You won't see that team again for another decade.
Mike, here's the problem.
Another decade.
Here's the problem. Cleveland's also collapsing as well.
Oh, I mean, hey, listen, big win against the Lakers last night, 29-20.
LeBron James, ever heard of him?
Outside of the that ridiculous playing tournament, we would have a playoff series. Let's not turn this into Cleveland, all right? I agree with you.
Number 2.
How about Toronto?
Is Philly.
How about Toronto?
Number 2 is Philly.
Oh, yeah, number 2
is Philly. Let's move on to number 3.
Number 3.
Toronto.
If you say the number, you don't got to hit the number and vice versa.
What about Toronto? Let's tell you on that. I mean, the Blue Jays historically in the postseason, great fans. They're excellent with the Maple Leafs, and it's a good Raptor town.
I gotta
They
stop.
don't have football.
I gotta stop the cap. You gotta go New York or LA here.
No.
You gotta go New York or LA.
Here's the thing.
Toronto.
LA doesn't live and die with their sports. They don't.
They live and die with 2 teams, and they're historically 2 of the best
the
teams.
Lakers
in the
are a
history of their
national
sport.
brand. I understand.
The Lakers are unbelievable, usually year in and year out, and the Dodgers are back-to-back World Series champions. But Colin,
I don't think you put New York or LA here. I don't. You put them somewhere.
I don't
top
think
7.
New York is defined by its sports teams like other cities.
Guys,
New York is the hub of the
Isn't it?
of the world. It's
Yeah.
it's the cultural hub of the world.
Guys, they love their. And Colin, listen, you guys are from there. I can't believe I'm the one.
There's too many teams in New York that are forgotten.
Oh,
Brooklyn Nets.
fine. The
don't
Nets
matter.
outside of the Nets, every single other team does. Even
Jets.
the hockey teams.
Jets don't matter.
Yes, they do. The hell they don't. I know a ton of Jet fans down here.
I'd put Chicago before I put New York.
Definitely.
Not even a question.
Definitely.
I would.
Coming from Northeast guys as well, and I love Chicago. All right,
New York's a
my
great
second
sports
city.
city. But I mean, hold on. They haven't won a championship in forever, and they have.
Dude, the Yankees have like 30. Christian, how many?
In 2000,
27.
they've won 2 in the turn of the century.
Still.
So I mean, I'm sitting here saying like, hey, you haven't seen it from the Giants in 12 years. You never see it from the Jets. Your Rangers are in a gutter right now.
But
The
Toronto, hang on,
Islanders-
you threw Toronto my way. They haven't won anything in how many? You know, I guess the Raptors, the 19.
I mean, the Blue Jays were just there. The Raptors won in 2019.
But the Yankees are there year in and year out. They just kick into the. They were in the World Series 2 years ago.
Here's my point. My point is you could go to anybody in Toronto and they all have a take on the sports teams. New York is so split wide. You have people in New York that don't care about sports. You have people in LA that don't care about sports. You live in Philadelphia.
There are a ton of people.
Everybody is an Eagle fan.
And I don't know the capital of how many people live in Philly. All right, but like, dude, New York. There are a lot of
600,000.
people. There are a lot of people in New York City. You know, of course you're not going to get crazy sports fans out of everybody.
And one thing I'll say too, Toronto's a great attendance city. It's a great attendance city. The Nets don't do well. The Knicks do great.
No spotlight is bigger than New York either. Like the New York
Again,
media.
I think you're
playing
mixing
for
up
the
best
Yankees.
sports cities with the biggest markets. You're confusing.
But they're crazy, dude. Yankee fans, they're crazy.
You're confusing.
The Yankees
You're confusing
alone.
the biggest market with the best.
And
sports
listen,
city.
it sounds like
Best sports city success has to come
It
through
sou-
it. New
it's-
York does not have the success.
It sounds like
Boston and Philly does.
It sounds like I'm being overruled, which is fine. But I think the Yankees and the alone put New York in the top 5 of sports cities. But all right, I'm fine with Chicago. If you want to go Chicago 3, I'm completely fine with that.
I'd go. I'm okay
But
with.
they don't win. If you want to go the whole winning
They've
criteria,
won a whole lot more recently than New York has.
Chicago.
Yes. Blackhawks and Cubs. Blackhawks are not a
Cubs
superb
were
team.
16, and the Blackhawks were early, the 11, 12, 10.
Yeah. And what, you want to put New York here? Talk about success? I mean, another one I would throw out there, and it's weird because the baseball's not great, but I don't think it's a bad one, is Denver.
I mean, recently you had the Nuggets.
And the Avalanche.
Avs 2021.
So, Avs 2022. But
Regardless.
I think that the Avs is a good one. Denver's, the Broncos are now finally good. It's a good sports city.
I rather go with a city like Chicago at 3.
All right.
I don't know.
I have no problem with that.
I think you put Chicago number 3. Let's move on to number 4.
Number 4.
All right. Before I keep going to war for New York and LA, where do they properly fall in your two's eyes? Because I thought they were shooing for the top 5 no matter what.
I'd put New York higher than LA, even though
Certainly.
LA's had more success. LA's not, again, the West Coast is not sports centric.
LA is, though, for 2 teams.
You have to consider East Coast as the primary sports capital.
That's fine. I do think that the amount of supporters those 2 teams had should have put them higher on the list. Now, let me ask you guys this. Where does Miami fall?
Not
Miami is a great sports city,
Not
in my
high.
opinion.
It's not. It's not.
I think it is.
It's not. Fan engagement? Absolutely not. There's too many things to do outside
Well,
of going to games.
I've-
I mean, watch the Heat games. They leave by the 4th quarter. And you watch the Dolphin games. I mean, they never sell out. You watch the Miami Marlins don't even bother getting me started there. It's not. And the weird thing is, with the amount of the Spanish population, the baseball, there's not a lot of fans for the Miami Marlins. It's a good, again, Miami's a great city. Sports city, I think, is incorrect.
Where do you put a city like San Francisco?
See, the problem with
Pretty
San Francisco
good.
is
Pretty
where
good.
do you? So
Warriors, Giants.
The Warriors moved back to
Niners,
San Francisco, and the Niners are in Santa Clara. It's
But
not
still Bay Area, right?
Bay
you
Area.
Consider it Bay Area. I think
They've
tough.
lost Bay Area's lost a couple sports teams with
Sure,
Oakland.
but I still think objectively, those fans who are from that area, if it's San Francisco, if it's Oakland,
Good fans, a lot of success too.
They have a
very
hockey
successful.
team up there or no?
San Jose.
That count?
Yeah,
they're
I guess.
bad. They're right.
It's close.
Listen to me
They
tell
got
you about
good young
hockey.
players, but the way I look at it is like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if San Francisco owns it as much, but yeah, San
I
Jose.
think their Giants fan base is really good.
and they got
Giants
a
are great. I like the Giants
and a
lot.
great traveling football fan base too. This deserves to be in the top 6, top 5.
I could listen to Dallas here. If you guys are so out on New York and LA, I could listen to Dallas. I could listen to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think
I could do
Pittsburgh.
San
I think
Francisco.
Pittsburgh's up top.
Pittsburgh is a great
I
sports
think that's
city.
the next
unreal.
one.
It's
I
a
can't stand
great
them.
sports city.
I can't stand them.
Proud fan base,
Yeah,
blue
good
collar,
people.
own
Good-
it.
I honestly got good people too.
Everybody's got to take on the Pittsburgh teams if you're in Pittsburgh. That's what I like. I'm fine with
I
putting
can
Pittsburgh
put
in
them-
number
I can
4.
put- I
In the
can-
top 10 sports cities, I'm fine with putting Pittsburgh at 4.
I am too, because like you look at the numbers and the markets, Pittsburgh as a city has no business having 3 professional sports teams.
And especially historic professional sports
Yeah.
teams, too. So, absolutely, I agree.
But they are there, and it's because of their fan base.
Okay, let's move on to number 5.
So,
Number
top 10
5.
sports cities presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
you.
Boston's number 1, Philadelphia number 2, Chicago's number 3. So, we went 3 big markets in the top 3, but number 4 is Pittsburgh.
I'm telling you guys, people are going to call it. I think people are going to look at this list and see LA and New York not in the top
Mike,
5. and
LA
even
is
take
not
it
a
serious.
big-time sports
I
city.
disagree.
I'm telling you,
I
it is
disagree.
not.
I grew up visiting there 2 times a year. I completely disagree.
Mike,
but it's
the
all
thing
right.
about the
Like I
warm
said,
weather cities
I don't
is
mind
there are
being
things
overruled.
to do outside of be diehard to
But
the
that's
sports
fine.
teams.
That
The
doesn't
same
mean
thing
they're
that
not a
Miami
sports
suffers
city.
from.
Doesn't mean it's not a sports
Yes,
city.
I mean, you know what tells you that? Go to a Rams game.
Staples Center.
Go to a Rams game.
What during Kobe and Shaq, when I would go to those games with Uncle Jamie, it's sold out for 15 years.
Again, the same reason that the
For
Knicks are
15
sold out
years.
because it's a famous
And-
ticket. It's a
That
famous
says
ticket.
what?
I think if you Google top 5 things to do in blank, and if a sports event, if they don't say go to a Yankees game, they don't say
Well,
go
I
to a
mean-
Lakers game, it's got to be in there. I think it's a good barometer in terms of determining sports
listen,
cities.
I'm fine
And LA does not fit that bill for me. I feel like it's Hollywood, and now it's TikTok, it's influencer, it's surfing. Do they surf
Transplant
there?
city, you're either getting into LA or you can't wait to get out. I don't know. I don't think you put LA. Maybe I could listen to the bottom of the list, but I cannot listen in the top 5.
While we're at it, New York's got to be above LA. I don't know when we get
I
there,
agree with
but
that.
New York's definitely above LA.
1,000% agree.
Guys, I cannot believe that you guys don't think they're a top 5 sports cities. You're out of your minds. Honest guy, I think you guys are out of your minds, but it's okay.
I mean, you want to go
If-
through
if-
think about it, Mike. Mike, people forget that the Chargers even
in
play in
my-
LA.
in my-
Most people even think they're
Listen,
in San Diego.
This is why it's dead, but it's big. Listen, it's not a
Great
football
Dodger town. It's a great Dodger
We're
town.
Laker town. Come on.
A Laker again. The Lakers
Yes.
about the showmanship. I mean,
Dude, no.
yes,
You're dead
Mike.
wrong,
It's a
brother.
LeBron town. That's the
No,
LeBron
it was
fan.
dude. Before Colin, they have always had
Mike,
somebody.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. You go down to
You're
LA.
the
If I
history
asked
buff.
if I asked the first 10 people about their LA sports teams, how many do you think would actually have a take on what's going on?
They all know Lakers and Dodgers. Every single one.
I'd
of them.
make a guess 3. 3.
I
3.
disagree.
In Los Angeles, you go down the street, go down any
disagree,
street in Los Angeles, you ask them about the Kings, and I don't think they'll be able to
And
give you
listen,
an
I
answer.
disagree with the Lakers take of a LeBron take. Most Laker fans are done. They're sick of LeBron. They like Kobe, but they're Kobe people more than LeBron people. And then before that, it was Magic. Before that, it was
they got
Kareem.
2 great.
Before that, it was
LA
Wa-
is widely
Jerry
not,
West.
Mike. It's not. There's better things to do outside of going to the sports games in LA in the eyes of an LA person. I'm telling you, it is not a top 5 sports city. It's not because it's not proud. It's not
New-
proud.
New York-
It's not proud. It's not proud. That's what LA's problem. It's not proud.
I disagree.
It's superficial.
It's okay.
Everything about LA is
All right, if
superficial.
I-
It's
if-
fake. That's the same thing Miami does. It's fake.
If we can't put New York or LA at 5, my vote would be Dallas, Texas.
I'm okay with putting New
My
York
vote-
at 5. I'm okay with putting New York at 5. I listen to that.
All right. New York is 5.
When the Knicks are good, like you see that.
It's a great. New
Guys,
York at its heart
please.
is a basketball town. It's always been a basketball town and a baseball town. And then football sort of takes a backseat. I don't think it helps that it's in New Jersey. And it's a hockey town. Hockey is a regional sport as always. You got the Islanders that are in Long Island. It's a little split there. But it's a basketball city and a baseball city. So every city's got its own little vibe. Football does not dominate, but I agree. The historics of New York, who's come through there, the star-studdedness, the history.
And New York sports dominate the mainstream, like for a reason.
I agree. New York's also the cultural hub of the entire world.
And sports are a big part of culture. So I think it's okay, New York at 5.
Right. No problem with that. Number 5. Number 6.
Number 6.
I'd like to throw in a small market here.
Well, you know my bias, so I'd like either Cleveland.
Sounds crazy. I don't even hate putting Cleveland here.
It's not crazy.
One thing is they've had success. Browns have not had success.
No, but the Guardians have been to multiple World Series.
You want to loop in a good college team in Ohio State, you could do that.
Yep, 100%.
They've had success. Guardians have been successful. The Cavaliers have been
16.
successful. So I don't hate this.
Guards are in the playoffs every year. Christian,
Now, it's not really a Blue Jackets town, is it?
No, it's not.
Not a Blue Jackets.
It's not.
So it doesn't have a hockey team.
No, it's not hockey. But of the big three that I grew up rooting for, football, basketball, and baseball.
I know Cleveland's a proud sports town, and it's a loyal sports town. I do not hate at all putting Cleveland top 6.
I'm fine with it. Let's do it.
Of course not.
Number 6.
I'd be surprised if you were not fine
number
with that.
7.
Now, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to turn the whole thing into Cleveland. But if we want to move on to 7.
How about Dallas?
Yeah, I thought
AT&T Stadium is a must-go-to. They do very well. The Rangers are in Arlington. It's a little weird, but the Maverick fans are good fans, and the Stars fans are great fans, too.
Yep.
I don't hate this. I like Dallas. I know it's a huge market. It's a nationally syndicated market, but I do think Dallas is underrated in the sports scene.
Yep. And number 8.
Number 8.
L.A.
No.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Bay Area, number 8.
No problem. San Francisco.
Number 9.
Now, the problem is San Francisco is more of an art city than it is a sports city.
But great fans.
It's about
Giants,
tech. It's about art. Yeah.
Hear me out. Giants, historical team. The Warriors, no better NBA team
you
in
know
the last 20 years.
why you put them on? Because they have so much success.
Yeah.
They have so much success.
And then, the Niners, Shanahan hasn't won the big one. But
it's a historic franchise.
It seems like that they've won, or rather, they've done everything but win a Super Bowl. That's why I'm okay with putting them at number 8. Let's move on to 9.
Number 9.
All right. I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know if we can count it, so set the criteria if you'd like. Milwaukee and include the Packers.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it.
And include the Packers.
Okay with it.
The thing is, I could say Green Bay by itself, and I'd almost argue that Green Bay has a spot.
If Milwaukee was so good, at one point, they would be the Milwaukee Packers, no?
No, but Green Bay's historic.
I'm
just including it because it's just Green Bay. If you wanted to make Green Bay its own thing, that's fine. But I'm trying to group it together.
Yeah.
The Packers included, the Bucks are third fiddle in that time, but the Brewers
have been winning.
Proud Brewer fan base. I don't hate this.
We haven't discussed any college sports in this discussion.
A little Ohio State
we brought
there.
up the Buckeyes of Cleveland.
Here's the thing. LA's a USC town. Pittsburgh's, I think, is a Penn State town, if I want to say.
Pitt, honestly. There's enough people that go to University of Pittsburgh to not consider it Penn State, honestly.
Right.
My, Christian, my good buddy Pat, who went to OU with me, who's from Pittsburgh. A lot of Pittsburgh kids went to Ohio University. They were all Penn State fans.
Yeah.
All Penn State fans. And that surprised me because I know Pitt had, like you said, Pitt had a big following. The 10 Pittsburgh kids that I knew, they all were for the Nittany Lions. So let's put, but back to 9. I think Milwaukee/Green Bay. That's how you put it.
I am taking a look.
Milwaukee/Green Bay.
I'm taking a look at the Detroit Tigers attendance right now.
It's pretty bad.
It's middle of the pack. It's not great. How about this? Last year, the year they won 86 games, and they went not the year this past year, but the year before when they were in the ALDS, and they lost to Cleveland. 11th out of 15 in the AL in terms of fan attendance.
Yeah, it's a good barometer because it takes a good sports city to appreciate their good baseball team.
I don't even need to tell you right now that the Pistons' attendance before the last 2 years have been god-awful. I'll tell you that right now. Let's take a look. So, the Pistons right now are third in the attendance in the NBA. Well, they're the top team in the conference. Let's go to a random year when they stunk. Let's go to 2019, that Blake Griffin year. Let's see where the Pistons are. 24th, not great. All right, let's go to another random year. Let's go 2015. Let's go a couple years before that. Pistons, right there, bottom half of the pack. I can't find them.
Listen, you could put Detroit in here if you want for the Michigan factor.
Yeah, Pistons 26th here. Yeah, not good.
You could put the
Michigan.
The cheaters. You know, they
What
support
about-
that team.
What about Buffalo?
It's one team for
They
me.
got Sabres. They got the Sabres. Proud
tell me.
And the thing is,
You tell
the
me.
Sabre fan base is great when the team is good.
Exactly.
Nashville.
No,
I would put Detroit/Michigan.
I would not put
before
Nashville. Proud Predator fan. I would not put
I
anything
still
else.
think
You are? I didn't know that.
not having LA
Nashville?
on this list,
You're
guys.
a Predator fan?
No. They are proud Predator fans.
Okay.
We are about to leave LA on a top 10 sports cities.
And I wouldn't even hate it. I don't think Detroit.
Number 10.
Let's keep Detroit out of this. I think so. Number 9 is going to be that Milwaukee Green Bay area.
And
I think it's a good sports city, and it's weird. They got Marquette there. They have college sports. They have the Wisconsin Badgers. That whole Wisconsin delusional proud fans.
Uncle Jamie in Hollywood Studios says, "Is Colin drunk? LA top 3."
Top 3. Is this the LA uncle saying this?
Yes.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he listens to us in the background. All right. Ask him how many. Never has texted me
ask
before,
him the
but
last.
he has
Ask
texted
him
me.
the last time he went to a USC game.
He has texted me.
Has he been to a Kings game this
To
year?
be fair, he's a Buckeye. Colin, to be fair,
he's a Buckeye.
He moved there in '85, but loves
he's-
all the Laker teams. Cleveland fan, loves the Lakers, loves the Dodgers.
Has he been to a Charger game recently?
He's a Brown fan.
Seattle. What do you think about them?
He's a Brown fan.
I don't hate Seattle. And they haven't had a ton of success. They lost their basketball team. That's the one thing I don't like.
Yeah, and they should have one. It's a joke they don't. And listen, I understand Oklahoma City, that whole move. That's, I'm sour on that still. I think Seattle, because I hate to go this way. I think Seattle will get one when Las Vegas gets one. They'll make it 32. It'll be Vegas and Seattle, my personal opinion.
The thing is like, Seattle has, they have rough ownership. That's part of the reason why the Supersonics left.
What about D.C.? About Washington?
I would not include D.C. on this.
Nationals, Commanders.
Yeah.
Capitals.
Yeah, nobody. Proud hockey town. I agree.
And the
with that.
Wizards.
Maryland.
Thing is, you got a little. The thing, DC is a lot of transplants because it's politics. Now.
I wanted to give my buddy Andrew his due diligence that I went to Ohio State with. He was crazy about it. I mean, his friends would come and they were nuts. They were nuts about those teams.
Big Capitals fans. They could care less about the Wizards. I'll tell you that. They
I agree.
But care less about the Wizards.
Have the Wizards given you any reason to?
True. I've been to that Nationals ballpark. Not a lot of good feel there.
We haven't gotten to Atlanta at all.
No Atlanta. No.
I don't know it well enough, Christian. To be fair,
I don't know enough.
Well
The thing is, the Hawks. I think that's
Dominique back in the day.
lost their NHL team.
Listen, the best recent teams Atlanta had, Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, they all just got their ass kicked by LeBron. So, I feel bad there. But at the same time,
Falcons got that fancy stadium. I don't know.
yeah.
Ooh, New Orleans need to be on the list. I think New Orleans is a great sports city.
Yeah.
Throw LSU. You can throw LSU.
Yeah, they
in
got
there,
LSU.
too.
That's the one thing you got to add there.
This is my due diligence. I think it's here.
No baseball.
It's either Detroit/Michigan or New Orleans/LSU.
Yeah, no baseball. Yeah, keep that in mind. No baseball.
Do you put Tuscaloosa because of how crazy they are for the Crimson Tide?
Absolutely not. No.
I was joking.
I know. It's a shame they lost their football team, but St. Louis is a proud sports town.
They are a baseball town, baby.
Proud sports town.
I'll tell you what.
And you don't put them on there, but it's a proud sports town.
Pete-
We got to do this. Last one's an important one.
We
We haven't put Denver anywhere. We have not put Denver anywhere. I think Denver's a good sports town. It's a big four.
I put Detroit
It's
over
a
it.
big four, and they got good attendance. People go to the games. It's casual city.
I apologize to my cousin Michael. Proud Coloradoan. Is that, how do I say it?
And I'll tell you this, the Rockies do well. I know it because it's a good pass, and they always do well. It's part of the reason why they don't spend any money.
I'm down on Denver as a city, but I think
You don't like the city, that's why.
I'm down on Denver. I rather put Detroit personally.
Tampa?
No.
I like Tampa a lot. Oh,
You
I
lie.
love
Mike,
Tampa.
you're just talking
Big
about whether
fan
you
of
like the
Tampa.
city or not about the sports.
Hey, Kyle, big fan of Tampa, baby. My brother lives there.
All right,
big fan of Tampa.
Here's the thing.
Hang
If
on.
Tampa's so good, then tell them to go to the games.
Back to the
Tell
original.
them to go to the baseball
Hang
games.
on, though. Detroit, and then I already forget who the second one was.
How about this for Colorado?
Detroit/Michigan or New Orleans/LSU. That's where I'm
Mike,
at.
how about Denver? Colorado Rockies, ever since have been top 10 out of the 15 in the NL, in terms of attendance since 2008. So they've been in the upper 50, 60%, which is not great for a team that stinks and has been to the playoffs twice in that span. I don't think that's a compliment, in my humble opinion. And they have a lot of success.
Scottsdale.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Not
They
even a
sold
chance.
their
I don't
hockey
like-
team.
I don't like-
They sold their soul in their hockey team.
I don't like. Yeah, first, yeah, they never. So I don't like the. I don't like the sports town that has a lot of transplants, a lot of people coming in. That's why I think Miami should be out. That's why, they have a lot of Arizona, the Phoenix Scottsdale area. A lot of people are going in.
Listen, unless I get overruled, my 2 votes: Detroit/Michigan or New Orleans/LSU.
Hold
That's
on,
where I'm at for the finals.
if they're
where I'm
so
at.
good, if they're so good on the Detroit's so good, then how come they never showed up for the Pistons? And they don't show up for the Tigers.
They do now.
Well, hey, I mean, yeah.
They showed up for the Lions being as dreadful as they were.
Let's check the line. That's a good question. Let's check out the Lions attendance. And that's a proud fan base.
Hang on,
even though
Red
they
Wings,
stink.
Colin, Red Wings, a historic franchise in
Yep.
the NHL.
I agree with that, no doubt.
They knocked down their historic building, though, didn't they? The
yes. They did.
O'Brien?
Yes, they did.
Good shout, Christian.
I went to the last college hockey game.
I went to the last year of the Pistons games.
Palace of Auburn Hills.
Here we go.
Are they
This
still
is
there?
the Detroit Lions attendance. Oh, they don't have a ranking here, but it's, they average a $500,000. Okay.
They support the football team. Similar to how Cleveland supports the Browns, even though they're, terrible. For all those years, those people would show up with brown paper bags. I have a soft spot for Detroit because of the football.
Does Houston belong on this list?
I'm down
No.
on Houston.
You're down in Houston.
Down on
Why?
Houston.
Why are you down in Houston?
I don't like the city.
You like the city.
Why don't you like the city?
I just
Denver was second in the NFL in attendance this past year at home.
Christian, I rather put Detroit. I think Detroit fans are more loyal to their teams than Houston fans.
Hey, you know what's funny? Detroit had a middling season. They were in total attendance right above the Colts, Patriots, Raiders, Jags, Browns, Titans, and Bears. That's it.
Indianapolis.
The Bears have a small stadium.
Indianapolis should be on this list. Indy.
Nah.
Yes, you
I don't
have
hate this
Hoosiers fans, you have
Don't hate this
Pacers
one.
fans,
No,
and you have Colts
Hoosier-
fans.
guys,
Colts fans are
guys,
great
guys.
fans.
Hoosier fans didn't show up until a year and a half, a year
baseball.
ago. All right. I love Mike Matroka,
baseball.
our
Well,
director.
that's one thing, no baseball.
Our big boss of sales, Mikey Matroka. He knows I love him, but he didn't listen. They didn't give one iota about that football team until week 5
And
of
they've got
2024.
they've got Notre Dame there too, kind of there.
I'm not including anything
I'm
with Notre
dying.
Dame.
I'm dying on the Michigan Hill here. I have to. Detroit. That's
I
my
don't-
final vote. Unless I get overruled by you two.
I like.
Detroit. I want Detroit here.
I thought my vote was going to be with New Orleans as the 10th best sports
Fine with
city
that.
in America, but now that I thought of Indianapolis, I think they are fantastic fans.
Who do you think
it's
of?
a
The
proud
Colts? It's
city.
just Colts.
Colts and
Colts
the
and
Pacers.
They support the Pacers. I'll give you that. You won't see the Pacers for another decade, but I support. I agree with you. Indiana
Lions were
football's here to stay.
27th in the NFL in attendance. 27th.
I think
When? Like, what's
This
that?
past year.
Who was?
Really?
Who was?
The Detroit Lions.
Wow.
27?
27th.
Do me a
Stopped going to
favor,
the
look-
games once I saw the standings.
Christian,
Nah,
permission to be selfish.
Yes.
Where are the Browns on that list?
And in stadium capacity, they're 13th out of 32. So it's not a stadium issue.
Where are
Right,
the
'cause
Browns on that
that's
list?
why the Bears are kind of get screwed over in that because they have the smallest stadium in the NFL, so
Yeah.
they're always on the lowest.
Soldier Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pistons are doing pretty well, and the Red Wings always do great. It's a good hockey town. It always has been.
All right, we got to decide.
Number 10.
I'm still saying Detroit. Colin?
I think Denver.
I'm going to Indianapolis.
All right. Flip a coin. Christian, how
All
do you...
right, let's vote on eliminating one of the other three options. All right, and then we'll go from 2.
Do you
All right.
drop LA?
Mike said. Detroit.
Listen, I thought
LA
LA
doesn't
should
make
be
this
top
list.
3.
LA doesn't make
I
this
think
list.
LA is top 3.
What a superficial city.
People are going to look at
your-
this list and
is
not
it-
even take it
sold your
serious
soul.
when they
Is
don't
it
see
your
LA.
Uncle Jamie?
You already,
Guys,
guys,
is it your Uncle Jamie?
Guys, people are going to look at this list and
Is
not
it your-
see LA and
Mike,
think we are jokers.
Mike, is it
telling you now.
Is it Uncle Jamie?
Uncle Jamie, correct.
Uncle
my
Jamie
godfather.
has never
correct.
stepped in the building of SoFi. I'll tell you that right
That
now.
is not true.
That hasn't
Do
stepped
you
in
want
the
to know where
building
he
of
stepped in
SoFi.
there? When the Browns played
Oh,
the Rams.
only when the Browns come. So you're not really selling me on the
To
LA
be
proud
fair,
fan.
guy, hang
You're not
on.
selling
No.
me on that.
I told you it's Dodgers and Lakers. And for that fact alone, they deserve to be in the top 3. Anyway, they're about to not be in the top 10 because I'm overruled. But Christian, put it to Chet. Actually, let's use Craig Karmazin, who we're down on, by the way. Let's use his Chat GPT to see who that thing thinks.
I would not do
should be-
ChatGPT here. I think we should.
You don't want to
eliminate
use
one of
Craig
the options.
Karmazin's Chat
I would vote on
GPT
eliminating.
CEO of Good Karma?
If you agree with me, I would vote on eliminating Indianapolis.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah? You're cool with that?
I rather have Denver on there, even though I'm down on the city. I'd rather have Denver there. Broncos,
Last thing I want to check,
franchise.
and I'm not judging it solely off of attendance.
But hang on, I'm not opposed to implementing AI to Russo and Rizzo. All right. I want to see what the bot says.
The bot?
The bot. That's what I call ChatGPT. Outside of Craig Karmazin, CEO of Good Karma Brands, ChatGPT, it's also a bot.
Yeah, Pacers averaging a little over 16,000 a game.
Yeah, listen, if you're going to do
I don't need
attendance,
that.
you're going to lose there. Indiana they do great in attendance. They love
It's
basketball.
not as good as you think.
Christian, you got an answer for me?
Yeah,
Where
I
does
talked to the robots. I included New Orleans, Houston, Denver. I wrote New Orleans twice on accident. And Detroit. I didn't put Indianapolis on accident. They ranked Houston, Denver, New Orleans, Detroit in that order. So Houston, then Denver, then New Orleans, and then Detroit in terms of the sports city ranking.
You can put Denver. It's okay. We can put Denver at 10.
It's a big It's a big four sports city, and they've had a lot of success.
We have a top 10 sports city list in Los Angeles.
Good.
It's not
Mike, go to LA if you want
I
to.
think Spiro will be proud.
You guys
Go to
are
LA
dead wrong.
if you want to get plastic
telling you,
surgery and star in TV shows. That's what you want.
You guys
Go to
are-
Miami for the
You
same
want to go
guys
to
are
David Dobrik's
dead
Pizza
wrong.
Shop.
Once again, our top 10 sports cities presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage, the official movers of
You know
the
what's
UFC
also,
now.
I'll add this too, we didn't even bring it up. You know what's a godforsaken franchise and a godforsaken stadium that I've been to? The Anaheim Angels.
I like their color scheme, and I like
their
Trout.
stadium is the worst I've ever been to in professional sports.
Never been there.
It is.
I've been to Dodger Stadium.
It's a
never
half
been
mile from Disneyland, and you couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yep.
What a tad! I saw Shohei play there, and I saw him have 3 home runs against the A's. Terrible, laughable building. I've been to Dodger Stadium. I like Dodger Stadium. It's impossible to get out. That should be a knock too.
Let me go 1 through 10.
Feasibility of getting out of the sports stadium and how easy it is should go into the ranking.
Number 1, Boston. Number 2, Philly. Number 3, Chicago. Number 4, Pittsburgh.
Yep. I think that Pittsburgh's perfect there for the small market.
Number 5, New York, who should be number 1.
Nope.
Number 6 is Cleveland. Number 2, sorry. Number 6 is Cleveland.
Yep.
Number 7 is Dallas.
Yep.
Number 8 is San Francisco. Number 9 is Milwaukee/Green Bay.
Yep.
And number 10 is Denver. No LA, no Detroit, no Houston, no New Orleans. Trying to think of some others.
I'm
we
okay with
left
no
out.
New Orleans here. That Pelican team never does well. It's not a properly owned team. It's a great Saint City, and it's a great LA. It's a good football town. It's a good football city. You know, they're good about hosting events.
They would do better in my eyes if they never went to the Pelicans. If it was
Yeah.
New Orleans Hornets, I
Yeah.
feel like they would be a little bit more tied to that city.
Yeah. If we were to do worst, I think Charlotte would be up
You
there.
guys kept LA.
Mike, you're
out of
hot
the
in
top
LA.
10
Mike,
sports cities.
LA
You're
is not
out.
a big
You
sports
guys
city.
are out of your
Not
freaking
proud
minds.
fans.
Out of your
Not
minds.
proud fans.
It's
Mike,
not
your
true.
uncle's been there for 4. He's been there since Reagan was in
85,
office.
85.
Reagan was in office, and he's still a Brown fan.
Well, dude, you got to realize the Cleveland stuff is real with the Browns.
Okay.
The Cleveland stuff is real with
But
the
he
Browns.
loves the Dodgers.
Listen, Dodgers and Lakers.
I'm not
That's what
doubting
he
it's a Dodger
adopted.
town.
Dodger and
I'm
Lakers.
not doubting it's a great Dodger
That's it.
town.
Listen, guys, Dodgers and Lakers alone. Colin, Showtime Lakers. You know your history better than anybody in any of these
I agree.
leagues,
It's,
brother.
it's,
Are you
it's
crazy?
Hollywood's team.
Hollywood's team.
I agree with that. It absolutely is.
Cities never mentioned during the segment. Vegas,
Not a
Not
chance.
a shot.
Not a
Not
chance.
a shot. Not a shot in hell.
Omaha.
The one thing I'll
Not
say,
a shot in hell.
the thing about the Dodgers is it's an excellent.
I
It's one of the better baseball towns in America. But I do not. And
Christian-
the Lakers are good, but I do not like the other sports.
They're top 10, but it's okay. What'd you say, Omaha?
Omaha.
Is that where the Cornhuskers are? Where are the Cornhuskers? Lincoln?
Yes.
Okay.
But that is the College World Series.
No, Christian. No. Who else did we leave off?
St. Louis was left off.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Colin, my good buddy Aaron Strauss in Peoria is not happy. Anything else, Christian?
We didn't bring up. Well, we brought up the DC and spiked it down immediately.
Yeah, I was kind of in on DC, but it's okay. The two that we did a disservice were Detroit, and I think we're going to be taken to court over not putting LA in the top 10.
Minneapolis.
No, thank you.
Big on LA for no reason.
Dodgers
Great
and
Dodger
Lakers.
town.
Dodgers
Excellent.
and Lakers.
Excellent baseball town.
Dodgers and Lakers.
It's not a town for the common folk.
when USC was great too, I remember going out there. I mean, everyone had USC gear.
Oh, right.
Everybody. 05,
Mike's anecdote. We
Matt
should put it
Leinart,
top 10.
Reggie Bush. I mean, everybody had those jerseys, man, and shirts.
Are they showing up to the games now?
UCLA
Don't even
basketball
mention
was massive.
UCLA.
Basketball,
Don't even. They could care less about UCLA.
That's not true. The basketball
they could
team,
care
they do.
less. They could
Dude,
care
the
less.
UCLA teams I grew up with Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook,
Not a chance.
Aaron
They
Aflalo,
do not
you're
drive
dead wrong.
up
Dead
an
wrong.
hour and 10 minutes to go to Beverly
They
Hills
did back in the day.
to go to UCLA
John
games,
Wooden,
and they don't to this day.
John Wooden.
How do the football teams do? How do
I'm
people
talking
show up to
about
those
basketball,
games?
Kyle.
Oh, God,
I'm
it's
talking
terrible.
about.
I know they got
I'm
tough
talking about
stadiums to sell out,
basketball.
but oh my
I'm
God.
talking about basketball though.
Gosh.
Dude, the team, the early 2000s teams of Love, Westbrook, and Aaron Aflalo. I mean, geez, they went to the Elite Eight and Final Four numerous times.
Mike, good teams, fine. You got to stick through the lows just as much as the highs. That's why it's hard to grade the Dodgers because they've been good the last 15, 12 years. So tricky. I get to listen to the end of the list, but I'm glad we left them off because I think LA is a little superficial. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo.
New Mexico needs to get a pro sports team.
Where? Santa Fe or Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, I guess.
I've been to Santa Fe. That's a godforsaken city.
They have an MLS team and a minor league baseball team, but no pro sports teams. We got to get New Mexico a sports team.
I think we're good on New Mexico, no?
I've been to
I
Santa
don't think
Fe.
we know
My
enough about
grandparents
it.
lived
I've
there
never
growing up.
been there, to be fair.
Santa Fe, about 6,000 feet above sea level.
The only desert, technically, that I've been to is L.A. Never been to Arizona, never been to New Mexico. I guess I've been to Las Vegas. That's a lie. I love Vegas. That is the desert.
Godforsaken city.
You've never even been there. You can't make that claim.
Okay.
But yeah, Colin, I'm going to say it one last time, and then let's go to break. I cannot believe we didn't put L.A. on the top 10 sports cities.
You know what would be top 10 in just about anything? It's F45 training. Let's talk about that training. Not workouts. I'm talking about training. If you want to feel stronger, faster, more conditioned, it's time for F45 West Palm Beach. F45 means Functional 45, a 45-minute high-intensity team training session that's designed to build strength, burn fat, improve performance. We're talking real movements, real results, and a different workout every single day. It's a team environment, so a bunch of like-minded fitness individuals are there right next to you, having a great time, chasing strength, endurance, just trying to stay game ready. F45 West Palm Beach delivers. Try 3 classes for $30 today. Go to f45training.com/West Palm Beach. That's F45 West Palm Beach. Team training, life changing. Take a time out after this. We'll do a little 5 at 5 as we enter into the second hour of Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. The 5 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo, presented by Good Greek Moving in Stores, live from the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach, LA, out of our top 10 sports cities list.
Yeah, I'm down on that. I'm down on you two right now.
We've got a good guest lined up that can have a take on the top 10 sports cities.
Steve Politzino will join us in about 15 minutes. We got Mike Rizzo and Christian Cat. Colin Russo, as always, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter /X, YouTube at ESPN South Florida, and Twitter and Facebook at ESPN West Palm. Miss any of the show, go listen back on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, just go to Russo and Rizzo. But if you want to bet all the games, you got prop bets galore. You got college basketball, NBA, MLB futures, NHL game by game, the Olympics coming up. Better than the Hard Rock Bet app.
Absolutely. And I mentioned that I'm upset with these two about keeping LA off of our top 10 sports cities. 99.5, Colin, is that over-under win total with our good friends at Hard Rock Bet with the Dodgers. So if you think Dodgers can win more than 100 games with all that star power, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, the recently acquired Kyle Tucker. Do not forget about Freddie Freeman as well. All that on Hard Rock Bet. Guys, I am in such a baseball mood to where I am going to that Discover tab on Hard Rock Bet, and I'm searching all of the baseball teams. I literally have gone through every single baseball team and looked at their over-under win total. You know, Colin and I are big on that. It is prime college basketball season. It is prime NBA season, and let's not forget about the big game coming up in February between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Take advantage of all those player props, all those cool bets that you have on the Super Bowl. Hard Rock is going to have it right at your fingertips. Download it today on the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store. That is Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you're concerned about gambling, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. That is 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Boys, is this the 5th year in a row Mike Rizzo's ticket is going to cash for the Guardians over win total of 80.5? We'll wait and see.
Let's bounce around. Let's do a little 5% by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas. No brakes.
And it's shaking big time.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union. Proud supporter of FAU Athletics. Number 1.
All right, we've got our resident soccer expert, Mike Rizzo, in the building. He's got to translate the gravity of this situation for me.
Let's do it.
It's the 98th minute. Real Madrid taking on Benfica.
Correct.
Down by 1. Set play. They bring everybody into the box.
Corner kick.
It wasn't a corner kick. It was a kick from somewhere on the field.
Understood. Set piece.
There we go. Set piece.
Sorry.
Set piece.
Sorry.
Take it away. Final play of the game on CBS Sports.
Already. Ornes hangs it up there. The goalkeeper's there! Oh my goodness gracious me! This is unbelievable! A diving header from Trubin! Jose Mourinho is back to haunt his former club! He's achieved some incredible things in his career, but even he hasn't seen anything like this.
All right, Mike.
Yep.
Translate it for the Americans.
So, folks, Real Madrid is arguably the most recognizable world football brand in all of football. They're the best team usually year in and year out. It's usually them, Barcelona, or Manchester City. With that said, guys, with how the Champions League is set up, think of Champions League as the NFL playoffs, the MLB playoffs, all right? That's where all these teams, German teams, English teams, Spanish teams, that's where they all get together and determine who the best is. With how the new qualification points are for the knockout round, the top 8 teams, you want to be one of the top 8 teams. Real Madrid was one of the top 8 teams. But because they lost to Benfica 4-2, they now have to play in playoff games in order to be one of the top 8 teams to be in the knockout round. Now, for Benfica,
they went in the NBA from the 6th seed or the 5th seed or the 6th seed, like you do the playing
to the
tournament
playing
now.
tournament, correct.
Yeah.
And now for Benfica, think of it this way. They made it into the playing tournament. It's about goal differential, which means, goal differential, how many goals you have, goals for, okay? Think of it that way. Goals for, how many goals you've scored in competition. with that header that made it 4-2 against Real Madrid in the 98th minute.
That was a goalkeeper who
That
headed
was
the
a
ball in the
goalkeeper.
net.
Well, it's like hockey from my American sports fans. It's like pulling the goalkeeper at the end of a hockey match to give you an extra man on the attack. Jose Mourinho, we'll get into him in a second. The goalkeeper comes up, gets a header goal, and puts them with enough points and enough goal differential / goals for to be in the playoff round for a chance to be a top 8 team. How cool is that? And Jose Mourinho, arguably, I would say, 3rd or 4th greatest world football manager ever. Won Champions Leagues and Premier League championships with Chelsea. Won Champions Leagues and La Liga championships with the team he beat, Real Madrid. It was absolute theater in Benfica. By the way, Benfica, a Portuguese team, and Liga Portugal. I love this stuff, man. I live and breathe this stuff. Absolute scenes, as we say in the world football community. Very happy for Jose Mourinho and very happy for Benfica. I kind of do support Real Madrid to an extent. I'm a big fan of Kylian. Listen, Christian, if you're a United fan, United fans tend to root for Real Madrid.
Didn't know that.
Just because we've done business in the past. We gave them Cristiano Ronaldo. They gave us great players in the past as well. Think of it as if you're United, you usually support Real Madrid.
All right.
And they helped us in a tough time, too, when the Bust Me Babes planes crashed in the 60s, and a lot of our soccer players died in a tragic plane accident. They sent money to our club.
Didn't know that.
Yep. There's your world football lesson for the day on Russo and Rizzo.
Is it, you think it's more or less common for a hockey goalkeeper to score a goal than a soccer goalkeeper to score a goal?
I would say it's probably more or less common for a hockey goalkeeper. Dude, world football keepers, they're usually tall. So, like, you know, you get in that box and you get some service into that box. On this time, it was a set piece instead of a corner kick. My personal opinion is probably a goalkeeper. I don't watch enough hockey, though, to have an opinion.
I would say a
on it.
hockey. It's
watch
easier to
enough
get to
hockey
the
have an
puck to the
opinion
other side
on
of
it.
the other side of the ice.
That's true. When they do pull,
Empty
when
netters,
when the opposition pulls the goal, you can kind of whip it around.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
It's all
but
just about getting it down the ice.
You
and think
rarely
about the frequency of goals in hockey versus soccer.
Let me put it this way.
Way more frequent.
You, like, unless it's a competition like this, you rarely see it. Or one of the last days of league day.
Right, because a
you
tie
rarely
is
see
worth
it.
something.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And the reason I love world football, every game matters. This isn't the NBA where you're taking off a month, okay? How many points you get against Bournemouth in October matters, all right? That's why world football is great.
Season's too long. Way too long.
Let's check out this story from College Football Hall of Famer. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, was talking about what he's done to pass a drug test.
Wow.
Did you ever have anybody go pee for you before, bro? Because you do it. People do it all the time.
Man, listen to me, bro. I done tried everything in the books. You know, I've used other people's urine. You know, they got the fake. You know, I remember one time, I'll tell you a funny story. It's not funny. I could have died, but like a couple tests before I realized it was going to kick me out of school. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting in a circle, and I'm on Google trying to figure out, man, how the I pass this test?
Right.
Like, these folk keep threatening me.
Right.
Like, you know.
Right.
And I'm just scrolling. And I come across some that said, man, just put a little bleach in the top and put it in your Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm. And so I did that. And I'm like, yo, what the like, it felt like my whole insides was just like erupting. You know what I'm saying? I ended up throwing that up. And I was at that point, I'm like, man, I done ran out of tricks.
So if you didn't hear it, bleach in Coca-Cola, Tyrann Mathieu tried to pass a drug test.
Did he pass it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Have you guys ever cheated on a test?
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
I mean, like
100%.
a serious test?
Like a school test?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude. Absolutely.
How about a drug test?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Absolutely.
2 for 2.
Absolutely.
Was it bleach and Coke?
No.
Okay,
it was,
good. PSA, don't do it.
It was another friend's urine.
Wow.
You know, listen, 5 years sober, boys, very proud of it. But yeah, we had to, I forget what sport it was or whatever. I was just smoking weed. It wasn't like,
You drug test in high school?
Wasn't anything. Something happened. Something happened with the team where pot was smelled or something, and everyone had to get drug tested.
Yeah.
And that might have been the reason for the pot smell, but neither here nor there. I did pass the test. No problem saying that.
And now how about an academic test?
Oh, my God. Spare me. Spare me, of course. I told you guys I was illiterate's the wrong word. I was slow at math. I really was, man. I had to work really hard at math. If I didn't cheat on this test, I would have gotten probably a D instead of a B. I cheated, got a B.
I always felt that cheating during academic tests was always so nerve-wracking, and almost you had to put more effort into cheating than you did into actually just learning the material.
Now, Christian, this math class that I consistently cheated in, it was an older teacher, and all I would do was I'd have a note card in my sleeve, and I would put my hand. I had like I don't know how to describe. It was in my wrist, and I had this operation where I would throw it in the palm of my left hand. Look at it while it was basically formulas. You know what I mean? I think this was Algebra 2 trig or something. It was a higher up math class that I probably had no business being in. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Something like that. Some garbage that I've never used in, my daily life. But, yeah.
I took 7 years of Mandarin Chinese, and I don't know any Mandarin Chinese because that was taught remotely from a local college. And everyone in the class cheated off the one smart person.
I took Spanish for years. In my Catholic school, K through 9, you did Spanish. I'm illiterate in Spanish. And American Sign Language, let's just say that was the workaround if you were illiterate in foreign languages at Ohio State. And that's what I did.
Wow.
It was all online, all right?
I once had buddies, you know how you could edit like a Poland Springs water bottle?
Yes.
You could put new ones on there, and you could, print it to make it look similar to it. And you could put, it looks like a Poland Springs label tag.
Yeah.
But you could actually edit it. And that's what I saw guys. I'm like, guys.
That is a lot of effort.
That's next level.
You're going to do this? You might as well just learn it.
Next level.
You're wasting everybody's time.
And this, we can't even relate to the current day and age of high schools and college in terms of AI and writing essays.
You're going to see it.
You're going to
see reading comprehension take a tumble, writing comprehension and sophistication take a tumble. Just give it 10 years, and you're going to see that next generation not
everything needs to be handwritten now.
Guys, I graduated school in 2017. Put that in perspective. It was before, obviously we have laptops, but I was being told in my classes, no laptops. I wasn't allowed to have a laptop open, all right? It was all notebook. It was all paper.
You're going to see it. You're going to notice
We didn't have Chat GPT. We didn't have any of this garbage.
Reading comprehension and writing comprehension is going to be a real problem.
I remember in my Catholic school, we weren't allowed to use Google or Wikipedia. We had to use these academic, I forget, noodle tools. Oh, God. Friggin' spare me on noodle. Any millennial out there knows what a godforsaken website Noodle Tools was. That was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Let me look at Wikipedia. It's right. Okay? I promise you, Wikipedia knows what they're talking about. Spare me on the Noodle Tools.
Yeah, the biggest struggle I found that I felt really meaningless was needing to cite a written source when doing research papers.
Oh.
So you got to go to the library.
Go to Noodle Tools.
It's like, yes, the prehistoric era was this time, as you can see from my source that's in the, what's the end of the essays called?
Citation, bibliography?
An academic.
Bibliography might be it.
Christian, you had to find it from some godforsaken academic book where you could just find it on Wikipedia and go, oh, it's the same information. That was a waste.
Yeah, I was always very good at citations. I was always very good at that.
I hate it.
APA, MLA, Chicago. You learn that stuff.
Trust me, I learned it, and I kicked and screamed it the whole time. Do you guys know what Noodle Tools is? Or
No, you're speaking to nobody right now.
All right.
At least no. People are listening right now probably are saying, amen, Michael Rizzo. For me,
student and researchers, it was a nightmare.
I watched the movie Idiocracy for the first time a couple of weeks ago with Luke Wilson, where in this dystopian society, everyone just gets really dumb. That's what I'm afraid of with AI and ChatGPT and these youth that are not learning social skills or any knowledge.
Creative skills is the biggest one, too.
ChatGPT and AI reminds me of iRobot. You're going to take over. You're just going to take over. I don't believe you, by the way.
What?
You've cheated on a test. I don't believe you.
I mean, I probably maybe a vocabs test in but nothing. I never cheated once on a major test. I was very nervous about it.
Yeah, like I said.
Not in a big test. Maybe when I was growing up, but not in high school or anything.
I would say I cheated I cheated on a couple of math finals and midterms.
Yeah, no.
I have no shame in saying that.
Midterms
I needed
or finals.
to. I needed to.
Never midterms or finals.
Christian, it was a difference.
Yeah, we would take our tests like in the gym, so you're spaced out. It's real official.
It was a difference between getting into Ohio State and not getting into Ohio State.
Maybe quizzes, but definitely not midterms or finals. I was usually pretty good about that.
Number 5.
Anyway, sorry.
You guys had a championship game last night in your 3-game series, and the final result was
52-51.
You?
Yeah, we won. We won.
Game 2. Tied 1-1 apiece.
Okay.
And the game 3 is on Saturday. Mike versus Steve.
I'm nervous.
So you got that.
I've done 2 games by myself. Yeah, I've coached 2 games, 2-0. But still, this is a different beast. This is Uncle Steve and Coach Kenny.
Is there any bit of Wally Pip here? We know Colin's on his way out.
I'm retired. It's like Lou Gehrig retiring instead of Wally Pip taking Wally Pip didn't retire after.
Lou,
I think he went to Detroit after.
I'm excited for
this is me walking away.
I'm excited, but I also really wish Colin was there. It's gonna be. I really wish my confidant was with me.
My shoelaces are tied and they're on the phone line.
I need my partner.
We'll bring
my
in
buddy.
Steve Politziner, the Good Karma Brands president, our opposing coach in this youth basketball feast of 3 games. That's on the other side of things. That's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey, Colin man.
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Let's kick off the new year with a home upgrade that's a win for you and the environment. A Culligan high-efficiency water softener helps you use less soap, less detergent, and fewer chemicals. Talk about a game-winning play. Try Culligan today for 12 months interest-free. Visit Culligan.com for more information and to schedule your free water test. Or just say,
Hey, Colin man.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
You know, when a trophy's raised, it can feel like the season is over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. With more than 47,000 live events plus originals, highlights, coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. That's no offseason, just everything a fan needs to keep going. It's always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today. Mike and I coach a 7th and 8th grade youth basketball team. This is the last week of the season, about 3 months running. And we had our semifinal on Monday. We have a best-of-3 championship series against Mr. Steve Pollard Sr.'s team. We lost on Tuesday night. We won last night in a 52-51 classic. We lost by about 15, 16 points in Game 1. And Game 3 is Saturday. We'd like to welcome in the Palm Beach Sports Commission Hall of Famer, the Good Karma Brands President, and the Palm Beach Gardens Youth Athletic Association Vice President, Mr. Steve Pollard Sr. Hello, Steve. How's your voice doing after last night?
Not well, my voice. I left on the court along with the chance to wrap it up. Colin, I like your suggestion that we just play one game and we just call game one and call it over.
Steve, I don't think you could handle. You couldn't have handled the game right today. You couldn't have handled that. You would not have been able to talk.
Well, I've been trying to talk for my regular employment, which after my coaching performance last night, I think I should focus more on. So it was a great game. Congrats to you guys. It's been so fun. I'm glad that we're talking more about the on-court battles that went on. But man, guys came out hot last night. You adjusted. And you were tested late, and you guys, you overcame and withheld. So we go to Game 3.
Yep.
You know what a big difference between Game 1 and Game 2 was Game 1, Steve's offense really killed our defense down low underneath the zone.
Right.
Short corner,
Short
get
corner.
the ball in the middle, drop it down below. They probably get 8 to 10, 15 points off of that alone. And last night, really didn't get that much of it all. A lot of the points came off of turnovers, came off of steals, fast breaks. It really was 2 different games in terms of play style. Steve, did you agree with that?
Completely, like totally different games. You guys adjusted. We ultimately played a completely different defense, offense. Not much of an offense, but defense based on the adjustments you all made. You guys are good on the adjust, and we made the adjustment with the press. And it was a frenzied, wild, fun, emotional game that somebody had to win, and you guys got that win last night.
Yeah.
We had a chance. We can't complain. We had a chance. 12.9 seconds left. Our ball down 1, and we couldn't even get a shot off, which was, to me, a bad job by me as a coach.
Now, Steve, I feel now. Listen, as you know, I have a very loud voice, but I'm hurting too. I'd probably put my voice today at about 70%. And this morning, I could barely even talk. When I talked to my father, I got shamed when I talked to my father of how bad my voice was. You're a professional, regardless, Steve. In a high situated moment like that at the end of the game where you have a chance to win. What are you telling the team? What are you telling the team when you got a chance to win with, as you mentioned, 12.6 seconds left?
Well, actually, guys, I thought what happened was we called a timeout. We shouldn't have called a timeout in the backcourt, but our guy, I don't mind. Like the kids are in, 7th and 8th grade, they don't know. So they called timeout in the backcourt. I 100% assumed you were going to press. because that's why you don't call the timeout in the backcourt, because now he can't move because it was on a missed shot, your free throw. So I'm really focusing on that and trying to make sure that we can break it and then get a shot.
Uncle Steve,
I
hang
didn't
on.
trust transition defense at
and
all.
Here's
No
the thing,
way.
Uncle Steve, I don't even care that you know this because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm running a 2-3 on Saturday. We cannot play man-to-man defense.
And the transition defense is a problem.
Yeah, that too. But our kids, we tried to play man against you in game one. I think it lasted for
3 possessions.
two possessions, and we called a timeout. Someone is always open. Our kids cannot understand that who their man is. Someone's always open.
Transition.
No one's picking up the
terrible.
ball.
Terrible.
Steve, we are a 2-3 Jim Boeheim Syracuse team, and I have no problem with it.
Yep. Well, it worked out yesterday because we were focused on that. And, we just didn't we didn't run our offense at the end. And who knows if it would have mattered because we didn't run our offense well yesterday. I mean, it's like everyone knows what everyone's doing. And it's just how do you execute? Game one, we were able to get those looks underneath, and we were also able to make some jumpers. Game two, we did not. But what do you guys think, though? Like the energy and the building, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was great. Crowd was in it. The crowd was in it. I think both sides got a little nervous during crunch time, and that's why you play. That's why you play for big moments like that.
Totally agree.
Now,
it was. Go ahead, Tom.
Now, Steve, when you're talking to
I'd
people,
rather not talk, and nobody wants to hear me talk.
Steve, I'm curious on your day job. That Steve Politziner with us now, who has lost his voice due to coaching, multiple youth basketball games in a row on a night-by-night basis. Steve, you have a day job, and a day job as the president of Good Karma Brands. You're in a lot of calls throughout the day. When you're talking to people, are they asking you what's going on? Are you telling them that I just have coached 4 straight youth basketball games in 4 days, and therefore I cannot talk?
Colin, So couple quickies. One, as you know, I was on the air for many years, and your voice would, like, over time, your voice breaks down when you're talking so much. So I used to do the gargle with salt and all of those things. This week, usually at the beginning of basketball season, I lose my voice and then it adjusts. But this year it didn't. One, I'm only coaching one team, and two, there wasn't a lot to yell at on this team. They're a good team, and what happened this week is I'm intense games, and I'm helping coach my other son's team. They needed a little help this week, so I got nothing left. Today I'm leading a company call of about 100 people, and I just apologize at the beginning for what it probably sounds like, and I apologize to anyone listening right now. Somebody told me earlier I sound like Doc Rivers after a bad loss.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You low-key do.
That's about right. Right on.
By the way, Uncle Steve, Doc Al over at Men's Only Medical says, Riz, tell Uncle Steve I could take care of his voice at Men's Only Medical. So head on over to North Dixie, brother. Doc Al's got you on North Dixie Highway.
Doc Al can take care of anything. I just saw him I saw him at one of our great events. Always supports our events. A couple of weeks ago, and I might have to do that. I need all the help I can get before this next game.
Now, Uncle Steve, if I could change gears here, how do I get nominated for a Carmi? I'm a little down. on Mr. Karmazin.
So,
for the amount of, or actually, not even selfishly. Listen, Steve, I thought West Palm in general as an office.
And what is a Carmi?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Context.
Is this
Context.
an on-air topic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you just ask me when I see you in the hallway.
Uncle Steve, all right? You're a president of Good Karma Brands.
So Good Karma Brands is a company in which we work with multiple markets underneath it, New York, L.A., Chicago, you name it. And Craig Karmazin, our CEO, gives out awards called the Karmies. And Mike did not get nominated, so therefore Mike is upset.
No, I'm just upset listen, we out of all our team at West Palm, who, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty. West Palm had a pretty good year. I thought as a office, we were a little underrepresented, Uncle Steve. Your thoughts?
It's not, it's not, they're called the Carmies. So check with Carmi.
Okay. All right. And I could do a little less with the Wisconsin bias. I mean, geez, Uncle Steve, the Wisconsin bias, which comes into these awards in our sister stations. And then listen, all right, when are we just going to name the award after Tony Rizzo and then stop nominating him for the damn award? Just name the award after him. We're all good. We're good. He's got 10 Carmies. I even think he would tell you it's ridiculous, Uncle Steve. Your thoughts?
I believe you're ineligible because I was listening to the last segment, and you failed drunk tests, you cheated on tests in high school. I mean,
hey,
how
listen,
did you even get hired by this
Uncle
company?
Steve.
How'd you even get hired?
Uncle Steve, don't you believe in redemption arcs? Don't you believe in redemption and turning a new leaf and changing who we are?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Steve,
Good.
one last thing I wanted to loop you in on. We were doing the top 10 sports cities in the spirit of Boston getting it back to the Super Bowl, and we came up with a list of 10. And our criteria was a mixture of fan base. Do they show up when the team is bad? Team success goes into it. The amount of teams, which teams are big, historic. It's a mixture of everything. Think a big pie chart in regard to this. Here's our top 10. I want to get a blind reaction to a couple teams, a couple cities we left out that I want to get your thoughts on. Number 1 was Boston. Number 2 was Philadelphia. Number 3, maybe a little high here, but was Chicago. I thought number 4, we got Pittsburgh. 5 was New York. 6 was Cleveland. 7, Dallas. 8, San Francisco. 9, the Milwaukee and Green Bay area. We included that to kind of group in Wisconsin. And number 10, we put Denver. No LA, no Houston, no Toronto. A couple left out there. Wanted to get your thoughts.
Now, quickly, Steve, I told Colin and Christian, who are dead set on not putting New York and LA top 3, I said people are going to see that list and not see New York and LA in the top 3 and not even take it serious.
No, I feel like you don't put LA in there mostly because of some of the transience of the football. I mean, how do you not put LA in there? Like LA fans, have you ever met a Dodger or a Laker fan? I would put
Great
a Laker
Dodger
fan
fans.
as good as any single sports fan that's out there. They love their team. You know, you did a decent job on the criteria. I always kill you guys on your criteria because they're never clear. But it seems like LA seems like a miss. Like, why is San Fran or SF in over LA?
See, I agree.
In over LA.
San Francisco's a dicey one because the Niners are in Santa Clara. The Warriors just moved back into San Francisco out of being in Oakland with the old Oracle Arena. It's a dicey one because everything's spread apart, but team success is big. You got historic franchises. You know, it's a tech and an art city at its heart. But in terms of sports success, Niners are a traveling fan base. I think that San Francisco, you know, it doesn't live and breathe it, but it is a very good in terms of success.
Steve, I got overruled. I thought Boston, New York, LA in that order. I got completely shot down.
Mix it up with the biggest markets.
I got completely
you're
shot
doing
down.
The biggest markets.
It's my 2 cents. I tried arguing what you said, Steve, of how big the Lakers are, how big the Dodgers are.
Yeah, it's just such a laughable football city with 2 football teams that nobody cares about in the city of LA.
Keep in mind, in the 80s, the Raiders were big in LA, too. Everyone loved
so
the
big
LA
that they
Raiders.
lost them. You know, so they're there for 5 years.
But I get it. I get it. But yeah, Steve, I was right there with you with LA. I still don't really understand how we didn't put him in the top 10, partner.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many debatable ones because even in the case of SF, the stadium from SF moves to Santa Clara, because they didn't do a good job of keeping it there. And they lost the Raiders and they lost the A's. Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, we did include. We did talk about that. No, Oakland and the city. The problem with California is it's impossible to build a stadium, and that's part of the reason. That's a lot of the reason why these places move. So I do think there's something in consideration in that. But San Francisco's got too much success to overlook.
Steve, what do you think about Indianapolis being on this list? They're not on it, but do you think that they have a claim to be a top 10 sports city?
They don't have enough sports.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No baseball.
Two pro sports, yeah. Hockey, baseball. It's just not enough that's going on there. I would like to get back to understanding, is Colin bummed that he is not going to be there on Saturday? That's what I really want to know.
Colin.
He all the way was like, I'm done.
Colin.
And let's get aside from any of the off-the-court talk.
Colin.
Are you bummed that you're not going to be there Saturday?
Colin, your thoughts?
Steve, I'm Michael Jordan after the Wizards. I am out. I'm done. I'm retired. Mike's got it. This is Mike's team now. My shoelaces are on the telephone wire. Thank you. I'm 2-1 against you. I'm taking that to the bank.
You are. Forever.
2-1.
Can't lie. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous, Steve. I got to have these kids ready to play.
I'm nervous as well. I mean, we wouldn't be human if we weren't.
Steve, are you having practices in the next 2 days?
we're considering.
He doesn't have a voice. He can't have. It'd be Coach Kenny
Steve,
running
don't worry about it. First of all, it's not my team anymore. It's Mike's team. But that's
yeah, Colin is completely taking himself away from
I'm
everything.
walking away.
And I've listened, Steve. We're no pun intended. We're a dynamic duo. All right, I'm not gonna have my
Mike's
yin to
on
my
his own.
yang.
Mike's on his own.
I'm not gonna
Mike's
have
a solo act.
Not gonna have my yin to my yang.
The Beatles have split up.
Now, Uncle Steve. I am 2-0 by myself, but
you'll be having George Harrison career. You'll be great.
I am 2-0 by myself, but I've not faced an opponent like you by myself. So I got my work cut out for me. I'm watching press breakers. I'm gonna figure out how to get through that godforsaken press without having 20 turnovers in a single half, and we're going to take it from there.
This feels very Steve Fisher. I know you don't want to be compared to Michigan, but
that's fine.
Very Steve Fisher, just like taking over at the very end.
Yeah, Steve, I'm not taking another job, but I understand. It's a tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, really quick, what's going on with Duffy's?
You've got the big game experience, guys, at your local Duffy Sports Grill, starting at just $25. So you want to check out the big game? You want to know that you have a perfect guaranteed front row seat, a welcome drink, and stadium-style snacks? How about a $10 coupon for your next visit, exclusive big game giveaways, and, of course, the automatic entry into the halftime raffle. What a nice spot to watch the big game. I like that. And then, at Duffy's, you got or you could do it as a tailgate takeout party if you prefer. So eat in, take out, no cooking, no stress, just great food, great football. Now through the 7th of February, pre-order your tailgate takeout party packs and get double points on your Duffy's MVP. At Duffy's, our game is always on.
Steve, go have some hot tea with some lemon or something to go heal that voice, but we'll talk again soon, all right?
I'll see you Saturday, Steve.
All right, guys. It's been a great season. Thank you.
Steve Politziner, the Good Car Brands president, the Palm Beach Sports Commission Hall of Famer, and the Palm Beach Gardens Youth Athletic Association vice president. We appreciate him giving us a little bit of time there. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat. We'll take a time out here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet as it's never been seen before, from pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic, now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies.
Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Banyan Printing, your trusted partner for all your printing and signage needs. With 48 years of local service, over 1,000 customers choose Banyan for fast turnaround, free delivery, consistent results, and market-leading customer service. Banyan's all-in-one solution saves businesses time and resources. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they eliminate the hassle of multiple vendors. If you're unsure you're getting the best service or value, visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their 3rd championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
You know, if it was maybe under the table bets in our youth basketball game on Saturday and you make some big cash, you don't know where to put it with Flagler Credit Union.
Absolutely, folks. Flagler Credit Union is that local name you could trust with your cash. Needed a bank. Came down here to beautiful West Palm Beach from the frozen tundra up north. And I found the local guys, Flagler Credit Union. They are a nonprofit cooperative, which means if you need to borrow some money, they charge less when you need it because of them being a non-for-profit cooperative. They got 4 locations around, across Palm Beach County, Boca Raton, Lake Clark Shores, North Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach. I go to the West Palm Beach location because I'm right there in Palm Beach. Flagler Credit Union is the official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics. So if you see those big signs of FCU right there, it is the official bank of Florida Atlantic Athletics. You can open up an account today. Visit flaglercu.org for more information. And it's flaglercu.org for more information. You need that new car. You got kids in school. You need some cash. Think of Flagler. They're going to help you out. That local name, Flagler Credit Union.
Mike and I got a big dinner tonight at the Polo Room in Palm Beach.
Yeah, I got to put on some pants. I got to go home and get some pants.
You're in shorts?
I wore shorts today to work, which
you need
rarely happens.
time.
Yeah. I'm gonna run home and get some pants on.
The Polo Room, Gabby DiMartino, Lucas Rubio set it up for us.
Yeah, you know.
Got to give him a little shout.
Yeah, got to give him some credit.
Well, Lucas thought he was getting us into the East Wing of the White House the way he was talking about it. So it was a little rough. I'm going to be completely honest.
It's a nice restaurant? What is this?
Yeah, it's a nice restaurant. Apparently just opened in Palm Beach, and Mike and I are going tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to get a button. Christian, I'm going to go home, put the button down on, and put on the nice
pants. The way I was talking about Lucas, he's, how many, you need a table at 11? How many, like one of those guys. He thinks he's like Mr. Promoter all of a sudden. But he's done a great job.
Well, Colin, I heard you trying to get your dad reservations while he was in town. Well, and it made it sound like you were making phone calls and connections rather than just using Yelp.
No, I was using, what are the apps? Open Table and Resi.
Yeah, I thought you had connections.
No, I was complimenting my own moves when I just pressed the 6:30 on and booked for 2 instead of, I'm not making any calls. And I'll get criticized. My parents are in town for a full week, a little over. And first of all, we've had youth basketball, so I've had to book restaurants for them.
Ooh.
And that has been a journey because I don't get to, not only don't get to go.
It's Uncle Steve Fest. It's been Uncle Steve Fest.
I spent more time with Uncle Steve the last week than I have with my parents. So But the Polo Room tonight, Gabby and Lucas helped us out, so we'll see what happens.
More so Gabby than Lucas. So Gabby,
Lucas is like the middleman.
Gabby,
Lucas just sends the text, and that's really it.
For the record, Lucas, a great buddy of mine. I love you to death,
Who
partner.
works with us
But
at ESPN West
more
Palm.
Gabby. So thank you, Gabby, and appreciate Lucas. How about that?
How about that?
What are you going to eat?
Gabby's the assistant general manager.
What are you going to get?
I have no idea. I don't even know what they serve there.
Pasta, steak.
Serve baseball there?
They serve baseball, and so does Cacti Park. Baseball spring training is here, and you can get started because you can watch the Astros and the Nationals right down the street here in West Palm Beach with the Cardinals, Mets, Yankees, Marlins, Orioles, Phillies, Pirates, even Team Venezuela for the World Baseball Classic coming into town. Nothing beats a day at Cacti that's sunshine, the crack of the bat, cold drinks, amazing ballpark eats. It's the best spot in baseball. Spring training running now through March 22nd. Go get your tickets today because they're selling fast. Bark in the Park night, happy hour, fire nights, fireworks, college night, you name it, they got it. Go do 4 for 4 with your family. Go get 4 tickets, 4 dogs, 4 drinks, and 4 chips. Check out all these promos at cactipark.com to lock in your seats today. Spring training baseball is here. It is back. It is in West Palm Beach at Cacti Park. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat. We will see you tomorrow. Same time as always. It's been Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
The 5 p.m. hour is presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage, the world's only total relocation company. Local or long distance, they've got you covered.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.